Hey everyone, this is Matthew Kent, and I wanted to record a video to talk about kind of an interesting topic. Why do I do videos while I'm going on walks? So those of you who have watched this channel, and thank you so much for watching this channel, for those of you who have subscribed, you might have noticed that it's kind of been a little bit of a disjointed channel. And I started out, just kind of, hey, what if I did like a daily vlog and see what happens? And of course, I haven't been consistent and done it every day, so that didn't really work out. And then I noticed that people, I did a video about I was starting to bullet journal, and people really responded to that, so I've done some more on that. And it's sort of addictive because then people give me feedback that, hey, this has been really useful, and so I'm really glad to help people, and so I get kind of excited, and the comments have been amazing. And then also what I've been doing is I realized, hey, this is a good opportunity to share my thoughts, share what I'm thinking. And so I've done some of those where I just talk about what I've been reading, what I've been learning. And a lot of those videos, if you've noticed, happen to be while I'm on a walk. And so why do I do this? And it's actually, I'm pretty passionate about walking. And I did this video because I just want to challenge you and hopefully open your eyes to the benefits a little bit, and maybe get you out there walking too. So before I tackle the issue of, why I do videos while I'm walking, sort of a better question would be, why do I walk in general? And most commonly I walk in the mornings. One of the reasons is, and the things that got me thinking and got me back into the habit and the routine, is I was listening to an audiobook by Zig Ziglar, The Secrets to Closing the Sale. It's a book that's been recommended to me by many people, and it's sort of one of those classics that even if you're not in the profession of selling, you should probably read it. It's just good information. It's highly entertaining. It's way better as an audiobook, I'm sure, than a book, although I've never read the book. But this edition that I have, you had Tom Ziglar, who's Zig's son, and he was, he does, like, at the end of chapters or something, he'll offer his commentary. And I remember one thing he said, I wrote it down in one of my notebooks. He said, one of the biggest keys to success is to replace a bad habit with a good one. And that's something I think you should take to heart, remember, and try to implement in your life. And so for me, one of the things that I noticed was that at the time I was listening to this, had been sleeping in a lot, like a lot. That's a bad habit. And I realized, well, okay, a good habit would be getting up early, getting stuff done. But another one is going out, getting in a walk, just being active throughout the day. I'm a desk jockey. I have a 9-to-5 job where I just sit at my computer all day. It's terrible. It's life-sucking. Good to get out there, get some nature. There's some trees out here. Get on a walk. So that's one of the reasons. One of the other reasons, just is the health benefits. And I'm going to link in the description below one of the most influential videos on this topic of walking for me. I saw it a while ago. It was by Dr. Mike Evans. And he called it 23 and a half hours. As in, like, hey, look, I'm not looking to touch 23 and a half hours of your life, but can I just encourage you to exercise for 30 minutes? And by exercise, he didn't mean go run a marathon, which you couldn't do in 30 minutes anyway. He meant walk. And the point of the video was that, as a doctor, he's into preventative medicine, so he's asking himself, well, okay, what can we do, in terms of people's diets or their lifestyle to make it so they don't need to go to the doctors, so that we can prevent bad health outcomes. And according to his review of the research, which he shares some of that in the video, he says that walking for 30 minutes a day is the best ROI, the best return on investment that you can have in terms of promoting good health outcomes in your life. So that's it. Just get up, get out to a park or around your neighborhood and walk for 30 minutes a day. And there was a whole host of health benefits that he lists out that, it reduced pain in patients with chronic pain, and, reduced depression and increased overall quality of life. And that even, in terms of like obesity, people who were obese, and we associate that with bad health outcomes, people who were obese and who walked had much better health outcomes than those who didn't. So it does amazing things. It reduced the onset of Alzheimer's disease and all kinds of other things. There's just a myriad of health benefits to walking. So that's one of the reasons why I walk. I've got a family, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids, and I want to stay reasonably healthy despite the fact that my job is killing me by keeping me tied to a desk for 8 hours a day, which is just unbelievable. So that's one of the big reasons why I walk. The other one I read an article from the New Yorker. It's from a couple years ago. I'll find it. I'll link it in the description below. Very influential for me, talking about the link between creativity and walking. And there's a weird connection between our feet and our brain. And, walking can help you think in general in terms of it increases your blood flow and all that kind of thing. But really, it does more for creativity than it does for just thinking in general. So for creative types, if you're an artist, if you are an entrepreneur, if you do YouTube videos, if you do blog posts, if you do whatever, if you can benefit from creativity, you can benefit from walking. And from this article, one of the studies that they shared that has always stuck with me is it was two different tests. One was they would ask people to come up with a comparable metaphor to an egg hatching, I think. Right, so maybe like you would come up with, the answer would be like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon or something like that is comparable to an egg hatching. And so with that kind of creative question, kind of open-ended, not just one right answer, the people, they had two groups of people, one group of people that was walking, one that was sitting. The group of people that was walking did better. Now, on the other hand, they asked a series of questions that basically had sort of one right answer in mind. So, in other words, they'd ask a question like, name the word that connects these three words. And the three words would be like cottage, cream, and cake. And the word that connects them would obviously be cheese. Cottage cheese, cream cheese, cheesecake. And so the people who were sitting did better on that one than the people who were walking. So if you're doing something where there's only one right answer and you just need to focus, sitting is probably not a bad way to go, right? If you're doing like math problems, you maybe don't want to be doing like multiplication in your head while you're walking. You might want to sit down and think about it. But if you need to be creative, if you're about to do a blog post, if you're about to write a novel, if you're about to come up with an idea for a business, if you're about to come up with an idea for your next YouTube video, going on a walk and just kind of going at a leisurely pace and, just kind of admiring the scenery and just letting your mind think is helpful. It relates to I did an online course from, I don't know how to pronounce it, like Coursera.com, where I think it's called Learning How to Learn. And one of the things they go over is the difference between focused and diffuse thinking. Focused thinking being like you're sitting down trying to work on something. Diffuse meaning you sort of let your mind relax. And they say that the way to learn is actually alternating between these two types. And so the walking promotes what we would call the diffuse thinking. Like you're being mildly distracted, you're allowing thoughts to just sort of vaguely float through your head. It's not super focused. And so it's actually very, very important to being able to learn, to be creative, all those kind of things. So because I do YouTube videos in general, it's helpful for me to go on walks. The other reason I do walks is because of the multitasking ability. Now, one of the interesting things is that it's not actually possible for humans to multitask in the way that we normally think about multitasking. Excuse me. So normally we think about multitasking as, sort of going back and forth between two tasks. So you've got like dual monitors and you're writing something over here on this one monitor, and then the other monitor you're checking and responding to your email. And you're doing two things at once in theory. The problem with that is, no, you're not. You're doing one thing at once and you're switching back and forth, and the switching back and forth is actually incredibly mentally inefficient. And so the result is you actually end up doing them slower and more poorly than if you had just done one and then come back and checked your email like as a batch. So in that sense, multitasking is impossible. But in another sense, multitasking is very possible. Like, look, I'm literally walking and talking at the same time. So things like breathing and things like walking that just kind of come naturally to us without needing to put any mental energy into them whatsoever, we're able to do while we do something else. So this means that walking is actually, it can be, if I'm not shooting a video or if I'm not doing anything like that, a great opportunity to do that creative, just kind of diffuse thinking. But if I'm not looking to do that, it's also a great opportunity to get things done. and to multitask. And so one example that I love is going on a walk and listening to podcasts and audiobooks. So one of the things that I noticed as I started studying successful people is that the vast majority of them describe themselves, and they always use the same phrase. They describe themselves as voracious readers. I think maybe it's time to come up with a new adjective. Sometimes I think some of them use avid readers. Maybe they could call themselves ravenous readers for alliteration. I don't know. Voracious is pretty good. Voracious is a good word. I really don't think I've ever used it outside of the term voracious reader. Anyways, they all describe themselves as voracious readers. Many of them say they read a book a week. Some of them say they read 2 books a week. I've listened to some very ambitious people who say they read a book a day. I can't imagine myself reading a book a day, but there you go. And I think for them, it's probably something like they do an audiobook, they do double speed or something like that. Anyways, well, I can't read, obviously, and in terms of physically read as I walk. Maybe I could, but that'd be kind of awkward. But I can listen to audiobooks, and you can get audiobooks for free from the library. It's a little bit annoying because sometimes it's checked out. I really like Audible. I currently don't pay for it as a service. I used my email address to sign up to get 2 free ebooks, and that offer is still open. I'm going to put the link in the description below. I highly recommend you sign up for Audible to get the 2 free ebooks. If you don't want to pay for it, do what I did. Set a calendar reminder for 28 days from when you sign up, or 29. I think they charge you after day 30, but 28 if you want to be safe, and cancel it. The 2 books are yours to keep regardless, so I have 2 books from that. I'm going to sign up using my wife's email, and I've already talked to her about it. She's given me permission. Get another 2 free audiobooks, and gotten some from the library since then. I highly recommend audiobooks and doing them while you'd be doing something routine. So I listen to them at work. I've listened to them doing the dishes. I've listened to them mowing the lawn. And yep, I've listened to them out on my walks. And so it's a great way to learn, to improve yourself, to grow, to come up with new ideas. One of my heroes, Seth Godin, is quickly becoming one of my heroes. And he says that a book is a screaming bargain. That's his word, screaming bargain. And his rationale is, you can get a book for like $8, $15, something like that. But the information in a book could change your life forever. So that's a screaming bargain, he says, at the price point. And of course, you can get books for free. Like I use the library. I've used Audible to get some free books. I highly recommend you go out there and get your hands on some free books. I'll put a link below, several links, I guess, actually, to the kind of books that I think are books that can help you improve, help you become better. Some of the books that I am reading or that I'm planning on reading that I've seen highly recommended by people who are successful. So if you want to check those out. And look, just straight up, I would highly recommend sign up for Audible, pick 2 of those books, and make those your 2 books that you download. And then go out and listen to them while you're walking or, doing something, routine tasks at work. Improve yourself, improve your mind as you do it. And then, so of course, in terms of multitasking, obviously the other thing besides reading that I can do while I walk is shoot these videos. And look, I really think this video is incredibly useful. I really think there's a lot of people who could benefit, be challenged by the ideas that I've shared. And I think it could legitimately improve your life, improve the quality of your life, and help you a great deal. And I did it while I was improving my life by walking. So I think we all win. So that's why I do it. I think it's been a fantastic lifestyle change for me. And to be honest, I look forward to doing more videos where I'm walking and talking. For those of you who listened so far, it's kind of a long video. I think we're closing in on 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. For being challenged by my ideas. I encourage you not to just listen to this and move on. I really encourage you to take some action right now, while I'm still even talking to you. Either get your phone and set your alarm to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow, maybe so you can go on a walk. Just take away something from this video that you can implement right now, that you can change to make your life better. Maybe just go sign up for Audible right now. The link is below. You're going to have no excuse. Get some books for yourself. Start improving your life. And let me know in the comments if you actually take any action based on this video, because I would just love to see that. I would love to know I motivated somebody to action. That would actually be very encouraging to me. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.